Welcome to my question number 4. I'll be discussing how do I use media technologies in the construction, research, planning and evaluation stages. Vlog was the main technology that I used most of the times. So me and my group use vlog all the time to be up to date with our coursework and all the research and planning for music video. This allowed us to be on track with our coursework and find any necessary posts as they will be labelled, named and dated. Also, this is a professional way of presenting my work as it will be in digital format. I was allowed to embed images, videos, PowerPoints and Word documents to display my work and keep up with my research, as I embedded documents such as my questionnaire, risk assessments and others. So I found a blog really easy and quicker to use as well. As for example, if I was trying to find a post, I could actually just search it up. For example, risk assessment, and it would just come up. So that was really easy and effective as well, as it was really quick. You might know about YouTube, as it allows you to watch videos and even stream and everything like that. So when I conducted research for my music video genre, R&B and soul music, I use this source most of the times, as it allowed me to visualize my music video genre music videos, but also other previous students' music videos. So this allowed me to know about the codes and conventions of various music videos, but also know about the particular mistakes that previous students might have made, such as shaky camera work or camera out of focus. But also YouTube helped me and my group to allow our artists listen to the song, as most of the times when we went to different locations, artists used to forget the lyrics, so we could actually just easily go to YouTube and you could memorize the lyrics. So this is very effective and useful for us. Other useful media technologies that I used while doing my research, planning and evaluation was Script and emails as well. So Script was a very useful resource for me, as it helped me to upload Word documents and receive a HTML code, as I needed a HTML code to embed my Word documents in the blog. So when I was actually downloading as well the documents in Script, it allows me to actually write a title and description of the document, and if I want to make my document public or private. So I thought this was really helpful for me as well, as I could actually decide what to name my title and if I actually want to put a description or not. But also by making my Word document private or public is very important, as most of the times I actually did my Word document be public so everyone can visualize on my blog as well. This is really helpful, and also this allowed me to upload my work really quick and easy as well, as it allows me to visualize my work and access my work 24/7. So I think this is a really useful website to use. Emails helped me out throughout the research and planning process to make my research look interesting and different, as I wanted my work to look as a PowerPoint presentation, but I wanted to look a bit different as well, as most of the people kept on using PowerPoint, so isn't that creative. So I used emails which is an online presentation software, which had actually professional templates which I could actually use and create my own research. So I used emails for my R&B and soul music genre research and other research I've done as well, as this looked really creative, but also it helps me to actually understand the concept. If the work is really creative, it actually helps me to just understand the concept and everything like that. So I think this is really useful when I was doing my research and planning. You might find this interesting as well, the construction site. So we use Canon camera 1300D to film the entire music video. But also I use this camera to record for test shots and rough cuts to give me an idea about the music video and get feedback from my audiences as well. This wouldn't we have done if we don't record our characters in different locations, as we don't get an idea of different shots that we use, but also we wouldn't understand if the different locations were actually suitable for our music video or not. But having this visual process, it gives different drafts and changes that we made throughout the process of filming. I also use the camera Canon 750D to take my ancillary pictures, as the pictures would have a better quality and it would actually look more professional as well, as I needed these pictures to actually prove my website and my digipack. So I wanted the pictures actually to look really good and attractive for my audiences. Photoshop. I use this source of technology on my ancillary products, which is my digipack and website. This allowed me to edit my pictures and filter and contrast on them as well, to make them look more appealing, but also add text, has the album name, the song list, and others more. During the process of making the digipack, I used various different tools that would help me to design the digipack. I used tools such as cropping tool to make the photo correct with the correct measurements of a digipack. I had a template for the digipack, so I wanted everything to look perfect and would follow the template as well. And I used the arrow tool to move the pictures around into the place in my template. I also used tools like the blur tool, which allow me to blur and click the images to make it look 3D and look more different and appealing. I also used different filters on the photos. I used the saturation tool that would help me to decide the level of the color of the filters. So first I had to filter the images, but then with saturation tool I could actually change the level of the color on the filters, so it actually look better, but also has I wanted my digipack to look. And I used the shift tool a lot. During the adjustments of my images, I wanted everything perfect, and by using the shift tool, it would not change the shape of the images, it would just change the measurements without making the pictures look really stretchy. Premiere Pro. During my rough cut, I used multiple tools that helped me to edit my different videos, and actually use the cropping tool a lot to make sure that I only crop the necessary things that I need, and I could actually just delete the other stuff. So I had to select and import clips that I just needed. So I used the motion tool to make sure that all the clips fit into the frame and they are all adjusted correctly. And also I used the titles during my rough cut, so that I can put titles on what I was actually doing. For example, when I'm actually doing my the titles bit for the rough cut part, I could just add it and just add the song name so that audience will know what song's about and the song title. And I also use the brightness tool a lot, as it made sure that all the videos were to be seen and were not so dark, because there's some videos that we actually took that were really dark, so we just used the brightness to make it look smooth and like other clips that I had. And when I was actually doing my transitions cut, I done read a lot of questionnaires, so I wanted my questionnaires to look really smooth, so I had to blend in and use the different cropping tools to cut the videos as they wouldn't look short and it would actually just go straight to the point I wanted. When I was actually doing my final cut, I used transitions a lot, so to make my video look elegant and smooth. So the cropping tool allowed me to crop the clips to make sure I would match with the rest of the videos, but also I used the multiple colors and filters to make my music video look realistic. And for example, there was like flashback scenes, so the dream-like sequences I had, my audience didn't really understand them, didn't have any effect or color in the back. So when we were actually editing with Premiere Pro in the last minutes, we actually added filters in it. So we added the pink filter to allow audiences to realize that that's dream-like sequences to actually understand the music video. I also used Premiere Pro when I was actually editing my questions for my evaluation stages. So I think that was really helpful, as when I was actually editing on Premiere Pro, I was able to, because I did a voiceover for one of them, I was able to actually just add layers of images on the top, and it allowed me as well to actually adjust the images and for how long I want the image to be displayed on the screen and everything like that. I think that was really helpful. And also in Premiere Pro, I was allowed to add effects on my audio parts. So if I added a song in the background and when I started talking, I could actually just put the song bit, narrow it down, so the song just like slowly starts going down, and like when I want to bring it up, it slowly comes up when my audio part finishes. I think that was really helpful. It was really creative as well when I was actually editing it, and I found like really useful and like really different from other editing softwares. SurveyMonkey. I use this to write my questionnaires and answers to make. Achoo! No, do it again.
3, 2, 1, go.
SurveyMonkey. I use this to write my questions and answers. Also, I wanted to make questionnaires to my audiences to know what they think about my music video. So this was really helpful, as my audiences will be more open about their responses, as they would give me a better feedback on what they think and what their opinion is. And also this can be really effective for my production side of my music video. Using SurveyMonkey was really helpful, as it was really easy and the audiences can actually access the survey really quickly and easy. Everything was smooth, everything was just perfect, everything was labelled. So if it was a multiple question, SurveyMonkey would actually label as multiple questions, and my audiences will know what to do in each question. Singling. Sarah's range of media you can easily layer on top of your contact. You're allowed to web link through text, video, images, audio, and social medias. ThingLink was specially used in my research and planning of my ancillary products. So as I could annotate my images of existing websites and digipack, as I wanted to present my research in a creative and appealing way, rather than PowerPoints. Also, by using this resource of technology, I was able to add images and links, but also change the layout of the fonts used. So for example, here's my blog. So if I actually just go on this research, which I use ThingLink, when I actually click on this point, it will come up with my text. So I use this for my poster research. So this was really creative, and it was really different, and it helped me actually to be more, as it's more creative, it helps me to actually memorize the stuff, so I would actually able to know the codes and conventions actually were used in, for example, the website, the poster, and digipacks that my artist made.